guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Ready's Rides. We're back here at Coastline Exotics in Sarasota, Florida, and I have a special sports car for you. It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2023 Porsche 718, Cayman 718 GT4 RS. But before we get into this steroid-induced Porsche Cayman, let's talk about what's going on here. So it took a hot minute, but Porsche finally gave enthusiasts of the mid-engine Cayman and mid-engine Boxster their wish. What was that wish? To take the 4-liter flat 6 that was in the GT3 and put it in the Cayman 718. And that's what we have with the GT4 RS. Now this particular one, on top of that, has the mighty WISOC package. Now if you've wondered why they call it the WISOC package, it's because WISOC is the test facility, the track and the facility where they do all their testing, all their motorsports testing. So to pay honor to that, and because this has more motorsports goodness brought into it, that's where you get the name from. Now, there's a lot of different ways to spend your money if you're looking for a sports car or some type of supercar killer. But is the GT4RS the best supercar killer ever built? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, this new color that was added to their lineup, Arctic Gray, looks spectacular on the lines of the GT4 RS. At the front of the business, you're gonna find fully optioned, upgraded headlights. So we have those adaptive headlights, the LED daytime running lamps, projector beam LED headlight, and then working our way down, this is where you're gonna find your LED turn signals, honeycomb grille finish, massive openings for the heat exchangers, and look at all the extra aero. So not only do we have our air curtain, but then you also have your dive plane on the side corner there that is in addition to the air curtain. That is specific to the GT4 RS. And remember, being an RS, RS stands for Rennsport, racing sport. Porsche Motorsports did all of the engineering and tuning to this car. Now you do have your front lip splitter, and as we come across the front end, you'll notice just how much more aggressive it is over a GT4. So it comes down further, more of that wire honeycomb finish for all the heat exchangers. And because of the lower lip splitter, you actually can option in the front axle lift to the GT4 RS. On the GT4, you didn't have that opportunity. So this one does have front axle lift so that you don't scuff this up. But the face on this GT4 RS is just timeless. Porsche design overall with their sports cars are just so timeless. Now, as we rise up, you'll notice that we have our aerodynamic aids here, wire mesh, honeycomb finish, carbon fiber hood, and because of the WISOC package, it's exposed carbon fiber. On a GT4 RS, just like the GT3 RS, instead of having an actual emblem, you just get a decal of the Porsche badge. I love the way they work the NACA ducts. That's gonna help bring air for our brake cooling. And just the Arctic Gray with the carbon fiber, that's like taking some nice Hershey's chocolate syrup and putting it on top of your sundae. It's spectacular. Now, as we come around the bend, we got some things to talk about. Let's start with the wheels. This one has the optional magnesium wheels. So to get the wheels, you gotta go WISOC pack, and then this is an additional cost. V-spoke design, center locking lug nut with the RS badge on it. We have the optional gloss black 6-piston Brembo calipers. And the reason why they're optional color is because these should technically be yellow, because you'll notice we have the PCCBs, Porsche carbon ceramic brake rotors. That's an over 16-inch in diameter brake rotor to give us that amazing braking capability. The GT4RS sits a little bit lower than the rest of the Caymans. And let me just break it down in case I can, if I confused you at the start of this vehicle. So Porsche Cayman, the Cayman is the model. The number designation for this generation of Cayman is 718. And then this is a GT4 RS. So 718 Cayman GT4 RS. Magnesium wheel, lighter, less rotating mass. Obviously the carbon ceramic brake rotors, lighter, less rotating mass, and you don't have as much heat buildup. Plus we have the Porsche adjustable suspension, that adaptive suspension system, PASM, carbon fiber fenders, and as we rise up, Steven's gonna swing around and show you that you have those functional vents up top. Now that isn't for brake cooling. What those vents are for is to prevent air pressure building up inside the fender, because that will give us lift. We don't want lift. Another thing to point out as we go back to our wheel, 20-inch wheel all the way around. Tires up front are 245 on the width, 35 series sidewall. One of my favorite elements of design that's unique to the GT4 RS is this part right here. If you go back to the 1997-98 Porsche 911 GT1 car, this is how they styled that. And it's all for getting the air to come down the side of the vehicle. This particular one has the optional bright red GT4 RS badging on the doors, optional carbon fiber mirror caps, and even the triangle corners of your window frames in carbon fiber. Now, from the side of the vehicle, you'll see that nice sleek silhouette, because remember, unlike the 911, this is a mid-engine. And theoretically, a mid-engine car is gonna outhandle a rear-engine car. Think about that. Now, when you go Y-sock, you're gonna get these carbon fiber air intakes. Steven's gonna show you from the front. That's gonna help bring air into the aero for cooling. Down below, we have the side ones, which are gonna bring air for the aero and cooling as well. So these don't actually, the lower ones don't feed air to the engine. The top ones do, because these air intakes actually go right behind your freaking head. And wait until I pop the rear engine hatch here to show you that. This one does have the optional painted black door handles. I'm gonna zonk it. I don't like it. I feel like it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Let me know what you think about the door handle there. Now, when it comes to rear wheels and tires, like I said, 20-inch wheels in diameter, on the width, 295. And then I'm gonna have Steven kind of zoom in and show you how we have those 4-piston Brembo calipers, nice large 15-inch rotor on the back. Of course, we have a limited slip diff. And then we have this carbon fiber rear wing. Massive in design. It's the swan neck, which actually creates less drag and just as much downforce as if it was pedestal design. And then I love the end plates with the GT4RS name stamped in there. Coming around the back, you are gonna have a Lexan rear window with the Porsche name. That's part of the Y-sock. Y-sock is getting you all of the carbon fiber goodness exposed, the lighter glass, the larger air intakes, and then from the back, you still got your ducktail kick-up rear spoiler. This one has the Porsche name blacked out, GT4 RS, just like on the doors. Our LED lighting on the taillights. And then dropping it like it's hot, and this thing is hot. You have that titanium exhaust, unique to the GT4 RS. That's part of the Y-sock package with our massive rear diffuser, that aero tunnel in the center. This thing is ready for the racetrack. But why don't I go ahead, let me pop this rear engine hatch and we could talk about what's powering our GT4 RS. All right, guys, we got the rear hatch open. Now, the great news is you do have a little bit of extra cargo space, but that's not why I'm showing you this. What I'm showing you is that when you go Y-sock, you're getting that carbon fiber cover with the GT4 RS name, and look at the carbon fiber air intakes that go right behind your passenger and your driver's head, because we have a mid-engine flat 4. It's a 4-liter plucked from the mighty GT3 and GT3 RS. It is detuned a little bit, which I believe Porsche did that because they don't want this to outperform the 911 GT3. 493 horsepower, 331 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 7-speed PDK, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, quarter mile in 10.9 seconds at 128 miles an hour, top speed 196 miles per hour. The car weighs 3,242 pounds, MPGs 15 in the city, 17 on the highway. And don't forget that flat 6, 4-liter flat 6, red lines at 9,000 RPM. Plus the fact that it's a mid-engine car where the engine is in the cabin with you. There is no separate glass or section for the engine compartment. It's in the car with you. Mind-blowing. But let me go ahead and blow your mind. Let's fire up this GT4 RS and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we are in it to win it in this 718 GT4 RS. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I'm ready. I want to spoil myself. I've been spoiling everybody else. I spoil my kids. They take advantage of me. I want to spoil this person. I'm number one. But how much is it? Starting price for a GT4 RS Y-Sock is right around $157,000. This one has all the option boxes checked off. You're looking at $203,000. But let's see if it's worth the price of admission to the door panels. I love the leather, the silver stitching, and the real carbon fiber trim. That is an option. The red tethers on the door handles there, that is an additional charge as well. Alcantara throughout the Bose sound system. And you have large pockets, one for 2 Twinkies and one for a foot-long 12-inch bratwurst. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, Alcantara on the dash. Technically, Porsche doesn't call it Alcantara, they call it race-tex. This is the first production Porsche to have a race-tex dash. Love the GT silver stitching. More carbon fiber with the Y-Sock RS badge. You even have an additional Twinkie cargo net over here for 2 more Twinkies, and we got the fire extinguisher just in case. Slide on in, you got your sport chrono clock with the optional red face. Working our way down, it's an 8-inch infotainment system. It is dated, but I don't care. It's all about driving experience in this thing. You even have a CD player. Get yourself some Poison, Metallica, maybe even a little Pearl Jam. But I'm telling you right now, there's something wrong with you if you actually listen to the radio in this car, because the music is from that engine. Let me throw it into reverse. Here's your backup camera. Pretty good resolution. Trajectory looking good. I'll keep it out of the way for Steven here to show off the AC controls. Nice real buttons and switches. You got your circulation, your blower fan. And then what do we have? This is going to operate your 7-speed PDK with the race-tex, and then look at the carbon fiber everywhere. Front axle lift, open up the exhaust, your PASM, you even have your PDK sport shift mode, turn that sucker on. You got a little bit of a container here for some Tic Tacs, and then we even got the Porsche crest, race-tex throughout. Open it up, whoa, what do we got in here? I got some Mentos. Wireless charging, some tape for some reason. The fresh maker. And then the seats. Carbon fiber, single setup on the sports seats, Alcantara. Manual adjustment just to go forward and backwards, and you can electric tilt the seat a little bit. One last thing I forgot to show, Steven, is the embroidery. That's the actual track. And we have the optional red seat belts worth an additional 5 horsepower. But man, sitting here, Feels good? Why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel in this GT4 RS. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You got your optional carbon fiber sill plates with the GT4 RS name that illuminates. Pedal box is great. It just doesn't have the optional full aluminum pedal set, which I'm gonna zonk, but you have a nice large depth pedal, brake pedal, and throttle. The seats, the bolstering is insane on these seats, and they are one-piece carbon fiber. I don't know if Steven's able to, I'll slide forward and show you the backs of the seat. It's full carbon fiber. That's the way to do it. Manual adjustment, except for a little bit of electric. See how I'm raising the seat a little bit and I'm lowering the seat. That's all you have for movement. There is no adjusting the back because it's all one piece of carbon fiber. I'm 6 feet tall. I fit snug as a bug in a race car rug. Get my helmet on, steering wheel, the race-tex all the way around. No silly buttons or gizmos or gadgets. Just the Porsche badge, and that's it. You have the titanium paddles to go up and down, that 7-speed PDK, carbon fiber all the way around, and then look at our tach. 9,000 RPM analog tach in the center, and then you have your digital gauges on the right and an analog speedometer. And if you're wondering, Joe, why does this have the 7-speed PDK and not an 8-speed? The 7-speed is lighter. It's got one less gear set in there, makes it lighter. Now, we do have usable storage in the front, and you do have usable storage that I showed you in the back, but I'm not gonna open up that front mounted trunk. What I'm gonna do is open up the throttle, and we're gonna go on throttle in this GT4 RS, so let's get to it. All right, guys, we are inside this Porsche 718 GT4 RS. This is the epitome of a race car for the road that you can drive, enjoy, and really surprise the hell out of more expensive cars and more powerful cars, especially on the racetrack if you know what you're doing. Of course, we need to start with our launch control. I'm gonna manually shift with the paddles, and we're gonna see how this 4-liter flat 6 sings. Remember that 4-liter flat 6 has all of the goodies when it comes to the crankshaft, the forged crankshaft, the forged pistons, the forged rods. Everything is so balanced. 1 throttle body per cylinder, so that's a total of 6 throttle bodies. So if you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Left foot on the brake, right foot on throttle. On throttle, here we go! Look at this thing. It is one hell of an amusement park ride. It's one that you can enjoy whenever you open up your garage. The sound, the connection, the feel. Did I say anything about the sound? On throttle. The balance. Look at how it holds a line. Look at this. Oh my God. This is a car that it just makes you feel so damn special. And the sound, did I say anything about the sound? Right behind us, right here. It's you, it's me, and it's the 4-liter flat 6. Makes sense. On throttle! Here we go, baby. Brakes feel phenomenal, as they should. Look at this. Look at this. 9,000 RPM. Talk about eargasm, orgasm, every kind of gasm you could think of. Wow. absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I need one more go around. One more. One more. On throttle! Yeah! It's just so balanced. I'm so connected to it. It loves me. I love her. We're just a happy partnership here. Look at this. It's so lightning quick on how it changes direction. It's such a linear torque delivery. It's so crisp, so clean. No dip in the torque curve, gets the power to the ground, makes you feel like a goddamn champion. Excuse my language. But that's what this car does to you. Visibility is great out the front. Yeah, you look in the back window, you're gonna see a big wing. And I know people complain about that, but let's be real. You got a big wing. Of course it's gonna block your view a little bit. Paddles are in the right place. Steering wheel feels like it's sewn to my hand. And I'm okay with it. On throttle! Amazing. God dang, man. This thing is unreal. It makes you feel like a superhero. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Golly. I gotta breathe. I gotta breathe, man. There we go! It's a race car. 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 Yeah, it's a race car. And it's just, if you got the skill, it's so amazing to drive. Wow. One more time. Second gear. On throttle. PCCBs, carbon ceramic brake rotors. You stop on a Deutschmark and you give everybody a little sauerkraut. That's how it works. But we got to get back to Coastline Exotics. That's how it works with what I do. I don't get to keep them all, unfortunately, because I would definitely be taking this one home with me. We're going to get back and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a Porsche second. All right, guys, these are the days I live for. These are the days where I say, thank God I started this channel, because this is what car passion and being a car enthusiast is all about. But I definitely got to thank Josh and the rest of the crew over at Coastline Exotics for allowing us access to this GT4 RS. Let me know what you think, based off the numbers, based off the driving experience, based off the whole feel. Is this the best supercar killer ever built? Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Got to give it up to Stephen Flood. He loves Porsches. He loves the GT4 RS. One day, Stephen, you'll be able to have one in your garage. For the start right now, you got one on your desk as a matchbox. But thank you for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.